Ladies and gentlemen, am I in the camera? Banik in the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is my brother from the Caribbean, from Brazil, one of the best men in Holland. He's one of my mentors. I respect him. But what's your name? I'm doing a movie for Ulrich, as the Emperor of Africa. You know? Ulrich, can you hold it for me like this?
Sure I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm doing a movie. There must be free and fair election in Nigeria. Election with peace and free and fair. During the vote, after the vote, there must be after the vote, during the vote, before the vote, during the vote, and after the vote are counted. There's supposed to be peace in our nation. It's hard. I'm in Europe now. I'm doing a film for as the Emperor of Africa, struggling, working hard, trying to put things together. When I'm supposed to be in Africa, right here in Europe now, in Holland, in England, in America, try to build a life for myself and try to make sure that I'm a good example. That's why I'm doing this movie right here with my very good friend right here from Brazil. So we need to build Africa up so that we can live in an Africa where every country in Africa will become a global nation, global power. We didn't build the nation. We are doing corruption. We must build Africa up. That's why I came out right here as one of the best African leaders of all time to do this movie, to help Africa build up so that all the countries will become global power and global nation. Yeah, brother, thanks, eh?
Okay.
You can use this to buy at least cola. No, no beer, no drink. So, brother, yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, well done, sir. So we need to build our nation now. We didn't build the country again. We are doing corruption. We did not build the country again. Our country is a great place to be. This is me in Holland now, struggling, daily, struggling. So that's why I came out now to do this movie, Archbishop Prince Mike Johnson, the Archbishop of Africa. Modern intellectual culture, we need to put in our country. Modern intellectual culture, international communities respect us for our culture and tradition. We're supposed to respect our culture and tradition. That is one of the reasons why the international communities like us, for our culture, our tradition, our heritage, our politics, our landscape. Africa is the richest continent in the world. Africa is the greatest place in human existence. What are we doing? The leaders must make sure the culture and tradition of our country is unified. Personality, class, gift to our diversity is a gift, and we must make sure that the youth is on active development with government support. Government must support the youth, support companies, and make sure that they are supporting. Now, we're not going to support the nation. We're not going to support a manufacturer again to produce franchise, not only package. We need to produce the goods, franchise the goods, and make sure that goods is trademarked before it is eligible for export. We need to know that. How a goods will be eligible for export. We're supposed to know. What are we doing now? Tomorrow is now. Now is tomorrow now. We're not planning for now again. Tomorrow is now. Read companies and transaction into planning details. You serious? Alright. With business models into investment banks and private equity firms. We are doing corruption. High profile analysis and building financial models into political effectives. That is not where we are going to be doing corruption. We need to build our nation. We owe the people the obligation to make sure we give them a good life with peace. There should not be insurgency in Nigeria. Killings of human life is murder. We are committing murder and thinking it's normal. It's not normal. In Nigeria, in South Africa, there must be peace. Free and fair election. Computerized election. What are we doing? With computer. We put ballot box for, we put voting card in a box. In Cameroon, in Nigeria, our election must be free and fair. What do we think we are doing? Free and fair election. Free and fair election. Before the vote, Alice Hood, come. Come now. Yeah, I love you. Before the vote, during the vote, and after the vote are counted. Before the vote, during the vote, and after the vote are counted. Our election must be free and fair. Where every winner should win with a free and fair franchise. Parliament, there are three arms of government. You have the executive, you have the legislative, and you have the judiciary. Executive, legislative, and judiciary, those are the three arms of government. We must make sure the three arms of government are effective in our nation. Nigeria is a great country with all the natural resources worth billions and trillions and quadrillions. Quadrillion. That is the value of the natural resources in Nigeria. Money we cannot count. We must be serious and make sure that Nigeria is a great country where insurgents will not be killing people. Soldiers will escort insurgents to kill people in their houses and burn their houses. That is insurgency that should not be happening in Nigeria, where innocent people are killed for nothing. Murder in Europe is 14 years in Holland. In England, 14 years. In America, murder is death row. So we must build our nation and make sure our country is the greatest place in the world. What are we doing? Building a nation, they call it. Building a nation. We're not going to build the country again. We must build a nation now. We must build our country. Building the nation. What are we doing? We're not going to build the country again. Financial misappropriation. We should not be doing that. And misconduct. Where politicians are becoming misconduct. Individuals in the parliament. Ideas that we don't support and improve a nation is what we are doing. We should not be doing that. Right? I'm Den Haag now, where I formed the African International Criminal Court. We're supposed to have that in Africa. The African International Criminal Court is a criminal court that we indict our world leaders. There must be peace in Nigeria. There must be peace in Africa's Special SEAL, Navy SEAL, Special Force, which I form now. Because the president of Cameroon, Paul Biya, is not supposed to be there 7th time. It's not allowed. The African Special Force will make sure that Paul Biya is no more the president of Cameroon with a democratic governance. Kabila is there now in Congo for more than 20 years. Kabila will be ousted by the African Special Force. President Nkurunziza will be ousted on Burundi. General Abdel Fattah el-Sisi will be ousted. Where all the militias in Libya will be killed because they have no right to be killing West Africans, including Abubakar Shekau. Shut up, Abubakar Shekau! Shut up! I said, don't talk to me. Why are you doing Boko Haram in Nigeria? I'm going to kill you, Abubakar Shekau. The African Navy SEAL, Special Force and National. Shut up, Abubakar! Shut up! Don't talk to me. If I see you, Abubakar Shekau, I'm going to kill you. Shut up! Don't talk to me. Where are the girls? Those girls must be released. Tapchi girls in Nigeria, those girls from Benue State must be released in Makurdi. The girls, release our girls, free those girls. Those girls must be released. The federal government must make sure they are released. Because terrorists have no right to kidnap people from a nation. When kidnappers are supposed to be killed, we need foreign investment. We are doing kidnapping. With the kidnapping, the foreign investor is there. We should not be doing that. Anywhere in the world, it's not allowed for kidnappers to be kidnapping and armed robbery. It's going to disrupt foreign investment. He's a white man from Holland, in England. He like Africa. He invests in Nigeria. Then they are doing kidnapping and terrorism. The white man will say, no, let me go back, Pastor Mike. Because he didn't come to kill himself in Nigeria or Ghana. And so we go allow the white man, we can invest for our country to they angry and they cry to leave our nation with fear of kidnapping. We should not be doing that. High profile analysis and building financial model, financial misappropriation and improper conduct is not allowed. Leaders of a nation, president, prime minister, governor, they're supposed to have a proper conduct. Not like talks and tips. So, good leaders who are disciplined to build a nation. We cannot give our people tram, metro, or train in logistics. We must improve our moral standard and the values of change, of diversity. Everything it has in our history has value. No African nation should lend any cent from the International Monetary Fund on excessive borrowing. We are doing excessive borrowing in Nigeria. 2018, we are not supposed to be doing that. Nigeria is a rich country with blockchains worth trillions of dollars. Why are we borrowing excessive money from the IMF? IMF is for Europe and other countries in the world who have no natural resources to manage. IMF is not for Africa. IMF is, I repeat, IMF is not for Africa. Because a white man that committed a war crime in Europe, he will not agree to be indicted in Africa. No, the white man go to talk now. No, you not go agree. No, be Europe commit the crime. Why they want to carry on to Africa now? You not go agree. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa International Criminal Courts. What are we doing? We allow the white people to disrespect our jurisdiction. They say no procedure for an African leader to be indicted in Europe. when the war crime was committed in Africa, and we should not be committing war crime in Africa because we are not killers and thieves. International Monetary Fund, we are borrowing money from when we are supposed to have excessive money in our foreign reserve. We are foreign reserve, we don't control them. We have acquisition, we have blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Africa is the largest. In monetary policies, we have no respect, no value for anything. It's a big problem. People as brave as I am now will always do the right thing. Tupac Shakur was killed in America like 15 years ago. They wouldn't have killed him. Biggie was killed. Then black life is special and unique. Not Black Lives Matter, because I don't know what you are saying now. Not Black Lives Matter, no. Black life is special and unique, just like any other life. That is how we need to say it. Like me, my life is special and unique, just like any other life. You know? We need to build our nation up. Realistic perspective, total credibility, and giving every citizen in a nation career. Brave speaking against things that are not right. A real person like me, real, like President Barack Obama, President Nelson Mandela, Prime Minister Patrice Lumumba, Prime Minister Isidore Sankara. Why don't we have Prime Minister? Right here, I formed the United States of Africa. African parliamentary democracy, monarchy, parliamentary congress. Where monarchs will be part of our democracy. Every village becoming county, rural becoming urban. We need to build the nation. We are doing corruption. We cannot give our people food to eat and water to drink. People, they are killing West Africans in Libya. They are doing insurgency in Nigeria. Killing xenophobic fights in South Africa. When everybody is supposed to live in peace in South Africa, and there should not be apartheid. In South Africa, enough is enough. Mandela has already paid the price, and there must be peace. International, I'm talking now. We must build our nation. We have all the natural resources in Nigeria, in Ghana. We cannot build our country. We are calling Chinese to build us road for us. When our country says structural management, structural management, sustainable infrastructural budget planning, we are duping the budget. Budget that has given us a quality craft to build our nation, we are duping it. These words are marked. These words I'm saying now are marked. My words are marked. These words I'm saying are marked out into the best words of human value. Seeing the value of diversity, we are working in trailers instead of redevelopment. We must be logical, opening doors to our lives. We can't be over pampering our nation and following my heart as a leader. I want to change the word. A leader with intellectual and pragmatic effectives. If we lose our composure, we can do nothing. We must build our country man to man, and in the vision, insight of effective models, there should be there should not be insults to our intelligence. We have no fear, only ambition now. What are we doing? There's no fear now, only ambition now. Now we're supposed to get to build our nation. Face to face, man to man, we build our country. That's what they do in Europe and even in China. China went into product management. They produce the goods, they export the goods. Quick. China become global power. It's including America now. With space agency, African space agency, with power, building weapons in Russia. Russia became global power with military power. That is how Russia became global power. That we're supposed to build drones. There are African people from Ghana, from Nigeria, building rockets in Europe, drone. Microsoft idea came from a Nigerian. Ghanaians, Cameroonians, different people from Africa building Europe and America. We need to have the African voices. So right here I'm talking now in CNN, African Voices, African International African Business Startup, Africa International Criminal Court, United States of Africa, United Kingdom. You have the United States of America. You have the United Kingdom. What are we doing now? You have the United States of Africa. We must have it. It's a better name. United States of America, United Kingdom. United States of Africa is a better name. Makes me a better man. Because if President Barack Obama was here now, he would tell me, he has nothing to tell me. Because we're supposed to know that the United States of Africa is a better name. You have the United States of America, you have the United Kingdom. Our people, they don't want to understand anything. I should not ask him anything again. Obama will tell me now. He's just respecting me. That is why he's answering my question. I should not ask him anything again about Africa. Because we're supposed to know that the United States of Africa is a better name. Microeconomics, building up Africa with serious work, with multinationals, with peace. Where the terrorists will be killed and the kidnapper will be killed, including the armed robber. Because we should not be doing that in Africa. We are building up a nation which is serious financial economics model. That is not where we'll be doing kidnapping and terrorism. With armed robbery, we are not serious to build our nation. As kidnappers, we are killers and thieves. We should not be doing that. It's not allowed for kidnappers to be kidnapping and armed robbery robbing. If we're really serious to want to build our nation now, we must challenge the world. We are challenging the world. We want to change the world. A leader if we lose our composure now, we cannot be able to build our nation again. Vision, insight of effective models. There should not be winning every argument at all time. We are all kings in Africa. Africa is a monarchy democracy. We're supposed to respect our people and respect God. Is testing us even more to give us ideas to choose to build our nation. Billions of people seeing me as a role model all over the world. I'm going with the word of God, realistic perspective, no perspective we need to know that is not there now to implement. Where information is important, we must use our information well and make sure we are building our nation with budgets. Greatness and heroic knowledge of affirmation, greatness, heroes, great people, knowledge of reaffirmation, positive desire to cover message to our people. Our people must be informed. Every day the government must involve the people into multilateral, multinational heritage information. The people must be informed. They must know what is going on in the country. You know, our people demand democracy, freedom to speak. Freedom is a legitimacy of a national security and order, a right to vote and the right to vote in an elective organ to state, franchising, and trusting Bill of Rights and a multi-party political system where political arrangement will be right there to favor our country. We are dealing on the African economics. Today, human rights. Today, a human right is today. That's human right. A human right is humanity, identity. The inquiries is made more. The inquiries of human rights is right there in our identity, and that human right is made up of tolerance, where white and black will stay together. We need to work with the white people. No self-regulative mechanism. Self-regulative mechanism. Yes, we can. Not yes, I can. Or yes, you can. You can do nothing. Yes, we can. That's what President Barack Obama said. We can do it if we work together. The private sector is the private sector is growing on effective blockchain. The public sector and the international blockchain business technology is growing. International business technology is thriving with peace, restoration of human rights, and into the best of tribal relations and heritage royals. We don't know the meaning of true peace. It's a shame. Peace will build our country. What are we doing in Africa? We don't know the meaning of true peace. What are we doing in Africa now? We cannot peacefully build our nation again. The extent of deprivation has no effective technologies all around the world is fabrication, market justice, liberty, prosperity, peace, and national development. Body of lawmakers mandate on effective citizenry. The human spirit can never be crucified. Our nation is an asset of institution. Our nation is an asset of institution. Our nation is an economic planning technology. Our nation is a political strategic position. Our nation is an intellectual property. Our nation is a criminal justice system. Our nation is the greatest place in the world. Our nation is the best place in the world. And our nation is a global power. What are we doing? We need to build Africa up because I'm really angry now. We refuse to give our people food to eat and water to drink. We didn't build the place. We are doing corruption. Insurgents killing people in Nigeria, in Cameroon. Look at the president of Cameroon becoming president for more than 30 years. That's why he formed the African International Criminal Court. We are those kind of president. Paul Biya of Cameroon, Nkurunziza of Burundi, Kabila of Congo, Abdel Fattah Sisi. The president of Egypt is Morsi, not Sisi. With General Abdel Fattah Sisi now, Africa have totally no respect for democracy. You have in England, you have Prime Minister Theresa May, you have Queen Elizabeth. There should not be corruption. The Attorney General of the state must make sure the governors do the work. Now, so we're going to laugh. We're not going to do the work again. You are the Attorney General of the state. You allow the governor to be duping budgets. We must build our nation. If we don't do it, we're animalistic and barbaric. I'm sorry to say that. Because we are not thieves and rogues now. Yes, we can. Not yes, I can. We. That's what President Barack Obama said. Not yes, I can. Or yes, you can. Yes, we can. Do it. We can do it if we build it. No fight is too tough for justice. No fight is too tough for justice. The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary is there. The legislature must predict the law, and the judiciary make sure the law is respected. Where those who break the law will be indicted, because we cannot be breaking laws and going free. In Holland, you cannot pollute land. Shell cannot pollute any land. Yes, we can. We. Not yes, I can. Yes, we can. We. If we work together. Shell is from Holland. Shell have no stand in Holland. If Shell pollute any land from Holland, King William is going to kill the director of Shell. If Shell pollute any land from England, Duke of Edinburgh is going to kill the director of BP and Shell. What are we doing? When Shell pollute the Gulf of Mexico, President Barack Obama told the director of Shell to clean the oil within a week, or he will die in the United States. Within a week, Obama told the director of Shell to get out. That oil was cleaned within a week, and all the fishermen in the Gulf of Mexico in the United States was compensated almost $100 million. What are we doing? Why did we expect Obama to help us build? Obama would have helped us build. Obama would have told Chevron and ExxonMobil. Those are Chevron, Exxon, Mobil. Those are multinationals. They are in our nation. They are not helping us to build. What are we doing now? We have a multilateral contract with multinationals. We are doing business with China. China is a worthless nation. I'm sorry for my language. China is worthless. Europe is useless. We're supposed to build our nation. Because there's nothing China gave us now, including Europe. We have graduates. We cannot use our graduates to build our nation. We are doing corruption. We refuse to build the country. We refuse to give our people food to eat and water to drink. No value for anything. We need to build the nation. No fight is too tough for justice. No sacrifice is too great in the struggle for freedom. No sacrifice is too great for the struggle of freedom, and no fight is too tough for justice, because nobody is above the law. If Donald Trump talk now that he has 90 billion, he will be indicted. America hard. They go put Donald Trump for sale. If he talk now, say he get 90 billion, America hard. If President Barack Obama talk now, say he get 90 billion, he will be indicted. God forbid. Now so we go the thief. We not go do the work again. If Theresa May open her mouth now, talk that she have 90 billion, Queen Elizabeth is going to kill that Theresa May now. In Philippines, the president will be killed, including the senator in China and Philippines. They will kill the president for China. The Attorney General of China will kill the president or the senator or the governor saying they have 90 billion. President Duterte of Philippines is going to kill the senator or the governor saying they have $90 billion. They will be killed in Philippines. That's what we're going to do now. We're not going to build the nation again. That's what we're calling political crime against humanity. You have war crime, international criminal crime, international war crime, and political crime against. If we don't build the nation, we are duping budget. It's a political crime, or we're supposed to know that. Because that is a money we will not carry to. Money is nothing. This politician is nothing. Budget is nothing. Why can't you use the budget effective? As we dupe that budget, we are committing political crime. Our leaders need to inspire billions around the world. Our leaders should be messengers of freedom and justice and national development and heroic remembrance. Extraordinary men supposed to be lead, not rule, becoming extraordinary leaders. Extraordinary men becoming extraordinary leaders. We can love others, even our enemies, into freedom and reconciliation. We cannot be better than who we are. We cannot be better than who we are. We must make sure we build our nation. We need human rights leaders and knowledge managers like me now, like President Barack Obama and President Nelson Mandela. Like, the true test of our devotion and our nation is in our freedom. The true test of our devotion and our nation is on our freedom. Because we are not free now. We are doing insurgency, terrorism, armed robbery, kidnapping. The true test to the true test to our freedom, to our nation, is our freedom. We cannot maintain peace and freedom. It's a shame to build our nation. Where kids will not be on the street, old people who have no widows, we have widow home. Kids should not be on the streets. Every kid must go to school. Every kid must go to school. Every African person must have a farm. Everybody in Africa must have Feeding African project, good African healthcare program. You have the Medicare, you have the Medicare, Medicaid. Everybody must have a health insurance. And everybody must go to school. The kids must be educated. More than 2 million children in Nigeria, in Kano State, are begging on the streets. That should not be happening. Those children must go to school. The governor of Kano State, Minister of Internal Affairs, Minister of Education must make sure that those children are rehabilitated. Minister of Works and Housing, giving everybody in the house, in the country house to live. Minister of Finance, making sure the blockchain of the country acquisition is effective. Minister of Agriculture, feeding a nation. We need to make sure every minister bring out a project that will give millions of people work. More than 100 million people have no job in Nigeria. More than 20 million people have no job in South Africa. More than 20 million people, alles good? More than 20 millions of people have no job. It will lead to crime. Crime will lead to killing. Now so we go miss homemade soup and toasted sandwich. We're not going to build our nation again. This is why our country is killed. And the citizens completely humiliated and killed in cold blood. This is blood money. We should not be doing that in Nigeria now. We cannot even handle our nation. We cannot give our people food to eat. It's a shame. They have enough food to eat in Europe and America. What are we doing? Africa is the greatest place in human history. Africa is the greatest place in human history. And Africa is the greatest place in human existence. What are we doing now? We just refuse to build the country. Fighting in the parliament. Thugs carrying mace. They're supposed to be National Guard. You are the Minister of Chief of Army Staff. You cannot form the National Guard in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Archbishop Prince Mike Johnson Show right here on the CNN African Business Startup. National Guard will protect the nation. National Guard is going to protect the nation. We are not freaky talk. We're going to the parliament to carry mace. Every senator must be in the sitting. House of Assembly, House of Senate. Every senator must be there every day. What are you doing, senator? And why are you not in the parliament? What do you mean you have other things to do? If you know you are not strong enough, then why did you become a senator? Senators must have PhD in political science. PhD, not master. So I don't know what you are doing in Nigeria now. And ministers should not be in parliament. PhD in political science and dispensation management. Information technology is serious. Where every senator will have iPhone and iPad to work. Serious work. Not paper and pen. We are paper and pepping when we're supposed to be using iPhone, iPad, iPod to work. We must build our nation. It's serious work. Serious enough, we have no time to joke and no place to be joking. Nation building is a serious, peaceful, democratic process with free fair election. Nigeria election 2019 must be free and fair. Before the election, during the election, and after the vote are counted, the election must be free and fair. Before the election, I repeat, before the election, during the election, and after the votes are counted, there must be free and fair election. There are 200 million people in Nigeria, and those 200 million people are supposed to have PVC card to vote. What are we doing now? We didn't build the country at all. Again, we are doing corruption and fraud. It's not allowed though. Now so we go to thief. We can't be like thief and killers. I'm proud to be thieves. We shouldn't be doing that. Africa is the richest place in the world and the greatest place in human history. Building our country into profound and wonderful exception of leadership. Education is the most powerful tool to change the world. Every 47 years, there is always an economic downturn. Every 47 years, there is always an economic downturn. We should not be having economic downturn and recession. Africa economics is for us to build up. We are not participating in the global market to sell off. But this way our country is sell off. We are selling the nation off. We are not participating in the global market sell-off. Our natural resources is the hope of our diversified future fundamental, making Africa the richest continent in human history. Cycle of capitalism, creating regular financial equilibrium, balance of trade. Minister of Trade and Industry, there must be balance of trade. And we are going to the IMF to borrow excessive loan. 2018, it's a shame in Ghana and Nigeria. When we are not supposed to borrow from the IMF. Our leaders our natural resources has given us diversified future fundamental natural resources capital consolidation. What are we borrowing from IMF now? Resilience of our people, building that resilience into a nation of global status and good conduct and oversight. And with the formation of African Ministry of Peace. African Ministry of Peace. Den Haag in Holland. Den Haag now. It's a city of peace. They call Den Haag. After all the atrocities the Dutch people committed in South Africa. Soweto massacre, Sharpeville massacre. Putting Mandela in jail for 27 years. When he was innocent. Mandela was innocent. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. Then why did they put him in jail? In South Africa. But the Dutch people succeeded in making it a model and submitted it to the United Nations, including the International Criminal Court. Africa International Criminal Court. President Chastello, former president of Liberia, and President Gbagbo of Cote d'Ivoire, they are in Holland. International Criminal Court in jail, our leaders. In jail in Europe. We should not allow that to happen. Our jurisdiction must be effective, sensible, and strong enough. I said the strongest leader of Africa now are the Archbishop, the Attorney General, and the Emperor of Africa. I came out with the African International Criminal Court and African Navy SEAL. You see the name for peace. Where drone will be used. What are we doing in Nigeria and Ghana? Border will be there. There's a border between US and Mexico. Why don't we have a border between Nigeria and Niger? With drone. It's serious. Scud missile, cruise missile. Missile they used to protect Europe. What are we doing in Africa? We are holding AK-47. They protect Europe with missile. Holland, America now, Scud missile, cruise missile. You see the name with drone. They protect America. They are not joking with us. The people's life must be protected. We're not going to protect the nation again. We're going to do corruption. Drone is going to kill all the insurgents. Drone is hotter than AK-47. We must protect the nation. In America, you have the National Guard, US Navy SEAL. The Attorney General, the Commander General of the SEAL is going to kill the insurgents, or the terrorists, or the armed robber. We are building an international nation. Ministry of Peace. So in Ethiopia, the president of Ethiopia is doing his best to make sure there's peace in Ethiopia. He has made sure there's peace in Ethiopia now and Somalia. All the Al-Shabaab leaders will be killed by the African Navy SEALs. All the Al-Shabaab leaders. There must be peace in Somalia. With Kismayo, Somalia is a great nation. The richest country in the world is Democratic Republic of Congo. We have no respect. The richest country in the world is Democratic Republic of Congo. We not get any respect at all. The richest country in the world is Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo have Cotin.
I started reading your message.
With Cotin, the iPhone and iPad has a name and a frame. Kabila does not know that the president of Congo. We're supposed to build Congo. Right, alles good? Yeah, whether IMF cannot predict African financial equity. So I don't know what we are doing. International Monetary Fund is not for us. It's for the countries who have no natural resources. IMF cannot be predicting our natural resources management and telling our leaders to come and borrow loan. When we have natural resources that will give us potential fabric and equivalent consolidated finance to build our nation without and tell IMF to get out, including the international money, including the World Bank. I don't just understand our leaders. Africa have the largest Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, the largest acquisition on financial consolidation with bonds, equities, and commercial papers now, and stakeholding. We need to stakehold our nation now with our own natural resources again. We cannot build up our equities. We must build up the nation. National development. Thieves and rogues. We refuse to build the nation. We refuse to give our people food to eat and water to drink. We should not be doing that. We must build the development depend on the governance, transformational change, responsibility, partnership, democracy, opportunity, education, healthcare, national security, feeding a nation, peaceful resolution to conflict. We're not going to use peace, resolute conflict again. And so we're going to fight. On that fight, it will lead to loss of life. Fight, we'll come lose life. Fight, soldiers go die. Fight, our country will be destroyed. With a fight now, that will not give us anything at all, we will not lose life. And so we're going to fight for straight. There must be peace in Mali, in Equatorial Guinea. When Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau will become global power. English language is the best language in the world. Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, they are English colonies. They refuse to implement the British colony, the British constitution in our constitution, where every African country should not be in the Commonwealth, because we don't have any Commonwealth with the white people. We should not make them force us to be in any Commonwealth. Strong institution, democratic mean destiny definition. Democracy means destiny definition. With our democracy, our country is defined into a global power. With the democracy, our citizens are defined. Democracy defined the nation. Automation service, where every computerized nation will be building, like Europe and America. Every office will be well computerized. Our system will be computerized with biometric, robotic, genomics. Things have changed. Everything now is social media and biometrics. We need to put automation in our country. Every office, every fruit and vegetable are blockchains for export, including coffee. Coffee is worth billions, no respect. The best coffee is in Ethiopia. With cocoa you can do chocolate. Chocolate companies in Europe and America, they are billionaires with farming. With solar energy as the best energy for us. With light, it's life. God said, let there be light, and there was light. With light, our country will be great. With light, the political hypothesis of our country development will be effective. We cannot give our people light in Nigeria, in Ghana. We need to give the people effective lighting system. Light is life. We have no right to put our people into darkness. Darkness means shame, poverty, and underdevelopment. The white man is no moral obligation to call us underdeveloped. We did not develop the nation, then we become underdeveloped. Because the white man from London and America, he no go agree. He's serious. The American, he no go agree that you are better. What are we doing in the American? He no go agree. He go say no. from America now. He will never agree you are better than him. The American will say he's better than you or me. What are we doing in Africa now? The American will never agree that you are better. You no go agree. Say they're primitive or you no go agree. The British man or the Holland man, they will not agree. Every disease, including HIV and Ebola virus, must be eradicated from the African continent completely. Where the Minister of Health must make sure he treats the president when the president is sick. Alright, understood? Yes, we can. Not yes, I can. Yes, we can build a nation where everybody in Africa will have health insurance, basic health care, preventive. It's a shame for white people from Holland, from England, from America to come to Africa, to come and be telling us to make sure we have free and fair election in Nigeria. We should not be doing that. Election must be free and fair. Free and fair election. Before the vote, during the vote, and after the vote are counted. After the votes are counted, there must be peace with computer, where every state will have Federal Electoral Commission, or INEC as they call it in Nigeria, Ghana Electoral Commission. Computer rise. You put your PV, every citizen in the country must have identity. We cannot identify our people into automation and effective administration. We should not be doing that. There are 200 million people in Nigeria, more than 50 million people in Ghana. During election, everybody must vote. And make sure the franchiser votes to make sure that our country is being built. Where our future generation will have future in Africa. With the African dream. Just like the American dream. What are we doing? You have the American dream. Even Europe dream. The American dream. The American know he's going to make it. In America, it's serious. And the African dream, just like the American dream. Our people, they like so much quarrel over nothing. That's why we go to quarrel. Now you have the American dream. With the American dream, the American guy, you know he's going to make it. In America now, he have a house, he have a good job, he has a good life. He has a good future. Where graduates will be handle company policies. Graduates cannot handle company policy. We should not be doing that in Nigeria, in Ghana. Our country must be built by the graduates. That is why they went to university. Minister of Internal Affairs, Minister of Education, Minister of Budget and Planning. You are the Minister of Budget and Planning. You cannot form the Nigerian Budget and Planning Bank. You are the Minister of Budget and Planning. You cannot form Feeding the Nation. You are the Minister of Finance. You cannot form the Nigerian Financial Bank, Nigerian World Trade Center, Ghana World Trade Center, Ghana International Monetary Fund. It's a shame. One minister is supposed to form financial analysis and political structural formation, where every political model will be right there on blockchain. It's serious. Yeah, hi, man. Blockchain. And then we're going to do corruption, the thief. They steal. We should not be doing that and killers and thieves and proud. We just refuse to build the nation and to give our people food to eat. We should not be doing that. Conflict Resolution Center, United States of Africa, African Dream, just like the American Dream. Primary health care, primary, free education, free health care. We are not supposed to be paying for any school fees for education in Nigeria now or in Ghana. Children in the kindergarten school paying 50,000, 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, 200,000 in Nigeria. We should not be doing that. Africa must build, we must build Africa by ourselves. And tell the Chinese people to get out and the white people from Europe. Yes, we can. What are we doing? Yes, we can. Not yes, I can. Obama was there. We didn't call him. President Barack Obama was the president of the United States. 2008. 2000. Why did we call him to help? Obama would have helped us build. Chevron and ExxonMobil, those are American companies. The Obama would come and see that that place is built up. With Chevron, Obama would have told Chevron and ExxonMobil to build Ogoni. If not built, that Ogoni, the director of Chevron and ExxonMobil will be indicted. Because they're supposed to build Ogoni up. Shell and Chevron and ExxonMobil, all the multinationals. So what are we doing now? They must build the nation. If I was the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria, or Minister of Trade, Shell and Chevron would build that Ogoni. If I was the Minister of Trade, all the multinationals, I will hold them accountable to build the nation. If I was the minister of trade in Nigeria, I would have called the director of Shell. I would have knocked him out, and the director of Chevron and ExxonMobil, and tell them to be building Nigeria now. They are stupid. Shell build Holland, BP build England, ExxonMobil build America and Chevron, building a nation. And Obama would have come to see that Shell, ExxonMobil, and Chevron and ExxonMobil built Ogoni, and he would come to see. Why didn't you respect Obama? We would have respected him. We didn't even respect Obama. We didn't respect what he can give to us. We didn't respect what we can do, what he can do for us. We didn't respect what we can do with him, and how he can help us. Billions and trillions of dollars in budget analysis being duped in Nigeria and Ghana, all over Africa. That is a crime against a political crime against humanity. Blood money. This way the people are completely killed by the government officials in silly, crooked, senseless dupes of billions and trillions of dollars in budget analysis and political definition models. We have no right to do that in Nigeria and Ghana. Our diversity is a blessing. Our diversity is a heritage. Our diversity is a blessing. White people from Europe, from America, all over the world, they like Africa because of our culture and tradition and diversity. We must protect our culture and tradition. Every artwork stolen from Africa to London, we must make sure they bring it back from London through reparation. President of Africa, you must know your history. Any white man from London have no right to collect any artwork from Benin City, from Cameroon, and from Ghana. They must return it back. It's called reparation. Because the white man has no right to be stealing from Africa. Because there's nothing they gave us now, only to thief. We all share a common humanity and aspiration. It is never justified for our ideology becoming stereotyped.